It's your host, Smallwood Worldwide. We're back again with another video. And as you can see, we got the Goodman brothers in the building with Big Bill. We're back again for another Takeoff Sports Talk. So first of all, you know what time it is. Show some love to the Goodman brothers. We got Aj, Greg, T, and of course, our newcomer, Big Bill, A.K.A. Dollar Bill. Just make sure you pay him on time. And I'm Smallwood Worldwide. Today, we got our show coming that you called Halftime. So in the midst of sports equinox here, we're going to kick off with college football. Now, you know, it's a lot of fun, a lot of upsets, but there's no upsets about what we're going to talk about today. Top three college quarterbacks of all time. Who are your top three? We're going to give you ours. We're going to start with you, T. Who you got?
Well, everybody knows how much I love college football. Actually, I don't watch it very much. So my quarterback list may not be, I guess, consistent with the statistical greats, but I'm going to give the three that I enjoyed watching, what little bit I did watch, right?
Do they
Um,
got soft helmets?
maybe, maybe.
Nah, I got you.
Uh, the number three, even though he only really had one great year, that year was absolutely awesome. I got Joe Burrow as number three.
Smoking that
He
Joe
was,
Burrow.
yeah, he was that's right, that's the one. I enjoyed watching his last year. I don't even know what he did before that last year. So maybe that's why I have him elevated so high. So like, man, that kid is good. And I heard about his struggle, to get to a starting position and all that.
Yeah.
He's great. He's proven to be a great quarterback in the NFL too, which is not always the case for NFL quarterbacks. So
Mm.
I guess that kind of leads me to my second one. That's Vince Young.
Ooh.
Wow.
It was really something awesome to watch. And like I said, I don't even really watch college football like that, but that guy he was really, he was the man. And number one, I actually have Cam Newton.
Respect.
I saw, he was like, "Get on my back, fellas." He took everybody on. They were who they were solely because of his presence and his skill, his power, and his charisma too, right? So
Mm-hmm.
Cam was the man. I got him as number one college quarterback that I've seen.
Love it. Love it. That's a great list to start. Bill, what you got? Bill, what you got?
My bad. Had a brain freeze right there, man. Just
It's
just think of
okay.
all these great quarterbacks.
I'll
So
edit it.
my top three are in no particular order. Um, I just got my three I'm gonna name, man. So my first is Cam Newton.
Ooh.
Um, when we think about that season that Cam put together, man, he was just the best player on the field every time we watched. He just put together just ultimate performances every time. And it was just amazing to see. I just loved watching him play. And also, that next season after he left and went pro, the team was trash. So that just kind of shows how good of a player he was. Um, Shout out to Cam, man. My next one is Vince Young.
Ooh.
Um, Vince put together legendary season, man. Went pro off that, you know what I mean? Questionable pro career, but we just talking about college, right?
Yeah.
In that championship game, some people call that the greatest football game they've ever seen in their life. And Vince did all he could and defeated that NFL team,
That's
the
exactly
33rd NFL team,
that's exactly what
and
USC
the
was.
USC Trojans.
The Kansas City Chiefs of Los
Yeah.
Angeles.
He put together a legendary performance with the confetti on him. It was just amazing to see. I was just cheering for him. Some folks weren't, it's just which I feel was anti-black. And we can revisit that. But and also with Vince, man, he was the first FBS player with 3,000 passing yards and 1,000 rushing in the season. And when you think about all the quarterbacks in the FBS, that's an
Hmm.
amazing stat. Finally, this might be controversial.
Oh,
I got Tebow, man.
oh no,
I
no,
got
I got you.
Tebow.
I
And
respect it.
I got
College,
Tebow.
yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah,
and I say this, man, when we watch Tebow, look, he stole some glory from my man Chris Leak that first championship at Florida. He stole my man's glory. But that's all right. You know, my man still got a ring. He ain't making it in the league. That's okay. I'm all right with that. You know what I mean? I'm sure he got some kickbacks from Florida. Don't worry about that. Allegedly. But that second year, man, you know, he put together that legendary performance, man, and got them that championship, man. And he just put the team on his back. You know what I mean? And you know, again, we just talking about college, and we know, you know, what type of
Oh yeah.
NFL quarterback he was, but you know, the performances he was putting together in light of working around a locker room full of some of the worst individuals in the United States of America is commendable. And he still put God first when he was doing it
He still
and
put
remained pure of spirit and
Amen.
won 2 championships and a Heisman, you know, in the den of iniquity. Mm,
he still
Shout
put
out to Aaron Hernandez.
that's my top three, man. Shout out to
That's
T.
my dude. Nah.
Sir.
Yo, I'm gonna jump in here and I'm gonna toss it to Aj and we'll close it out with Greg. So my number three, I got Cam Newton. 14-0 national championship at Auburn, won a junior college national championship. He was actually on the team with Tebow and everything like that, but you know, ran into a little bit of trouble. We don't talk about that. He won a Heisman. I think he's the only person from that Auburn, right? It was like, they didn't talk about the computer out the window, allegedly. But it's he's the only person on
the
that.
integrity around here, all right?
I think he's the only person from that Auburn team who went to the NFL, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, that national championship team, he literally put him on his back, and it was like one of the greatest performances against a team that didn't play defense all year in Oregon. There was, you know, Pac-12 after dark track meet. I think it was 20-19, 22-19. But listen, Cam must see TV. Love Cam as the NFL quarterback. Love Cam as the college quarterback. My number two, this might be controversial. Now, I've been a fan since I was a kid of the U. Ken Dorsey. Ken Dorsey went 38-2, won the national in 01, had like a 34 game winning streak. And when I watched him, I compared him to like Mark Ripien back in the day. I just thought he was maybe like a little more advanced version. He was just efficient. He got the job done. He could throw all the balls you want to throw. Of course, pro career didn't last that long, a little bit different, but he became a coach. But in terms of the college, listen, 34 straight victories is hard in any sport. Men, women, I don't care who you are. You could be shooting dice and you ain't going to win 34 times in a row. And it's just like the fact that he did that and he was instrumental in making that happen, because that included not just that national championship team, but when those guys all went pro, they kept winning. So shout to Ken Dorsey, yo. I don't feel he gets enough love. But my number one, if you know anything about me, listen, this is why I throw stats out the window, but he was 22-2 as a starter, had that 2000 national championship appearance. They was up 29-28 before Pete Warwick went crazy. Michael Vick. Michael Vick is one of the greatest college quarterbacks I have ever seen in life. Let me tell you, this dude was electric. And I remember him coming out of high school, but at Virginia Tech, I knew he was going to be good. I didn't know he was going to be like just out of this world. Like, it wasn't just the running, it was his speed. It was like he was playing like with the super serum, and like he could flick his wrist and throw the ball like 80 yards and it was on target in the breadbasket, as they say, all of that. Like he just, I've never seen anything like that to this day. So like when I think back on the greatest college QBs of all time, I think Michael Vick often gets overlooked for greater stories in terms of the franchises that these other guys played for. But what Vick did was special. He had the title appearance. They were very close to winning that game, but I said Pete Warwick did Pete Warwick shit. Then he had 5 touchdowns in 01 and he won the Gator Bowl and they blew out Clemson, and you know, he went on to have a NFL career, which, you know, we know how that ended. So shouts to Michael Vick, yo. Number one on my list. Arch, what you got?
Man, I'm so upset that I had to go so far back because a lot of people took my stuff. But you know, it's definitely coming with Sammy Ball. Sammy Ball was definitely on my list. Baker Mayfield.
Absolutely.
I'm just playing. Get those guys out of here. So my number three was
Make a little
Vick.
light in the locker room.
It's like Sammy Ball. Did you see it? Did you see him? Sid Luckman. No. So my number three is Michael Vick as well, for the oh shit factor. When you saw him play, you were just like, oh, what is that? What's going on here? He was faster than the running back. He could throw better, to me at least, than most people. He's left-handed. He just did stuff that looked otherworldly out there. He looked like he did not belong out there. respectfully. He didn't look like he belonged out there with college kids. It was pretty embarrassing. My number 2 for people who know me well would probably come as a shock to them, but they have to understand that we're talking about college football, and my emphasis is on football, and that's Charlie Ward.
Yeah.
Charlie Ward should have been in the NFL. Charlie Ward is a Heisman Trophy winner. You understand what I'm saying? He's a Heisman Trophy winner. So imagine my surprise when he got drafted by the Knicks. That's just, imagine my surprise. He should have been in the NFL. Like, that's
games, man.
Bottom line. Charlie Ward was amazing. He was a great quarterback.
Yes, he was.
Awesome quarterback.
Did he win the Heisman too?
He did win the Heisman. He sure did. He won the Heisman and then did not get drafted, which I was like, man, this is racism. Nothing else could explain it. But I think
he got that original Shedeur Sanders treatment.
If I remember correctly,
yep.
He said that if he didn't go at a certain point, then he was just going to withdraw. And I think that they thought he was bluffing, but he had the Knicks on speed dial. So I mean, from that standpoint, I can't be upset. But I mean, from another standpoint, people who know me know better. But yeah, Charlie Ward is too. My number 1 all time is Cam Newton. And the reason why it's Cam Newton is I'll never forget the first time I saw Cam Newton. They were doing one of those college game day things, and I'm not really a huge proponent as far as watching college football, because the games are like 5 hours long and it's real. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Point is that like I see this guy get off the bus, and it's like he's like a mountain walking, right? And I'm just like, man, that guy's humongous. And then I look at Auburn's new quarterback. I was like, oh, that must be a misprint. They must have been tight end. Oh, they
must have been linemen. Nah.
They made quarterback. I was like, that guy looks like an X-Man, man. I was like, that you can see it from that. He was only like 18, 19 years old. I was like, that guy does not look like anyone else I've ever seen in my life. And he played exactly how he looked. It was crazy. And as everyone else has already alluded to, put the team on his back. You know what I'm saying? And he made it out. Auburn won a championship. For me to say that sentence, for anybody who's aware of college football history, that's enough right there. Auburn won the national championship. That's how great Cam Newton was.
Shouldn't have happened.
Yeah. Also, in the round out my honorable mentions, Tim Tebow was in my honorable mentions as well.
Oh yeah.
Who was the other guy? There was a guy who was not great in the league. He always looked like his jersey was too big.
Arnold Schwarzenegger
played for Oklahoma.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Damn it, let me finish. You know what? Just go ahead. You go ahead and go.
Now I want to know who it is. Like, damn, I'm like, jersey too big.
I forgot his name, but he had that super contract and he ruined all the rookie contracts.
Yeah,
Sam Donald.
Sam Bradford, right?
Bradford.
Yeah.
Bradford. He was very good in college, but
legend at the bank, man.
Yeah, legend. That's right. His jersey's up in the rafters at Bank of America.
Mm-hmm.
You walk in there, you see Bank of America. You see him up there. You see Cousins up there.
Everybody.
Cousins is
in the halls of J.P. Morgan Chase, Bradford. There it is.
Cousins
be like
Bradford
him
up there. But yeah, that's my 3 are again. Just to reiterate: Mike Vick, Charlie Ward, and then Cam Newton. So yeah,
Charlie Ward made my honorable mention for sure.
Now, let me just clarify something. My list is not racist. Praise the Lord. They just all happen to be black.
Yo, Greg, take us home on that, yo.
All right. Well, this would just be us reiterating a bunch of them. So instead of just going through the regular top 3, because you guys have already named on my top 3s, I'm just gonna go on some throwback stuff and name some people that should not be forgotten. There was quarterback. Number 1, Joe Montana.
Notre Dame.
Yeah, Joe had hell of a career, and Notre Dame was killing it. Unfortunately, his whole college career was outshadowed by a crappy movie called Rudy.
That happened.
Number 2, Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning was a beast in Tennessee. A beast. Slow start in the NFL, made it up on the back end. But yeah, Peyton Manning, he was a problem in college.
T. Martin got in that ring, though. Yeah. This is not racist, praise the Lord.
And I'm not sure if you guys remember it, but Doug Flutie in college was monster.
That's a good one. That's a good
That
one.
he had the greatest comeback ever.
Yeah.
Doug Flutie was a beast in college. Now, I'm not saying he deserves to be top 3 all time. I'm just saying because my actual top 3 was going to be Cam Newton, Tim Tebow, and Michael Vick. But these are just guys we can't forget how amazing they were in college.
Nice.
So, and then another honorable mentions that we can just throw off real quick. Ryan Leaf, who had an abysmal actual NFL career, but he had an amazing
That's a really good pick.
Amazing college career. And
I think in the NFL, if he had right coaching, he would have been a star in the league.
Nah, he was just
his temperaments.
It wouldn't have made. He wouldn't.
Yeah.
He was a dope boy, right?
Yeah, it don't matter who was coaching.
He needed a Jimmy Johnson, yo. I think Jimmy Johnson would have got him right.
Well, Jimmy Johnson would have got his ass up out of there.
Hey, how high up, Greg? How high up did you have Matt Leinart? Because I had Matt Leinart pretty high up.
Mm-hmm.
He's right. He's like 2 steps below the last guy I'm going to mention. The only reason I want to mention him is because of how entertaining he was, and that was Johnny Manziel. Super entertaining.
Yeah, that's college. Funny. Yeah. But he was beating teams too.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's the best. He doesn't deserve to be top 3, but yeah, he's the Prince Nassim of college. Of college football.
Wait a minute, man.
How dare you? Don't talk about Prince Nassim like that, man.
Yo, they was making
Prince Nassim had a good run.
Yeah, he was spinning around at the end.
Actually, that's a good ass comp. Yo. That's a great comp. Look at what he was doing in the ring, and then look at Johnny Manziel.
How dare y'all, man? Don't talk about the Prince like that, man.
Come on, man.
Prince around, bro.
Prince Nassim, and then he was top 10 for fighting. Nope. Nope. But he's one of the showiest guys. We loved him when he was on top. Just like Manziel.
How dare you, man?
Now we just walk right past him like, get a job.
Another honorable mention, man. Tommy Frazier from Nebraska.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's another one. Yeah,
my feelings for Nebraska kept Tommy Frazier's name out of my mouth, man. But I heard
blood clots, man. Them blood clots messed him up, bro.
Yeah, they did. He got a raw deal.
He was the best player I'd seen play quarterback.
And let's not forget homeboy that went full Zion when he was joining the Raiders. What's his name?
Jamarcus Russell.
Jamarcus Russell. Yeah.
Wait, did you say full Zion?
Yeah, he went full Zion. That man just gained all the weight.
I'm not accepting that. I'm not accepting that critique.
I thought he was going to be Cam Newton 2.0, yo. Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
Or before Cam, yeah.
He was Ryan Leaf 2.0.
Yeah, he was.
I actually didn't think Ryan Leaf was going to be a good pro quarterback.
Really?
I didn't know if he's going to be a good pro quarterback.
You know why, T? Because you're smart. You knew. You're like, nah, not this guy. He didn't have it.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't see
it. Yo, these lists was fun. Shout out to us for the top 3. Give us your top 3 in the chat. In the meantime, in between time, let's pivot. If you could create a sports documentary on any team or player, who would it be and why? Start with you, Arch.
Yes. So, hoping you start with me. Now, this is not racist, praise the Lord. So, but we're gonna go with my alma mater, my favorite team, college team of any sport of all time, and that is the Hampton men's basketball team, 2000-2001. That's a good one. That's not only because I knew these guys, but it's also because, like, honestly, it's something that people, I mean, most people wouldn't know this because we didn't get on TV like that to pay attention. But that team, not only that year, but through my senior year, I should say through our senior year, did not lose at home until the very last home game from that season, beginning of that season on. That's how good they were. And they were a top, by the time our senior year had hit, that the Hampton program was a top 40 program in the country. We had that Cleveland pipeline, that Ohio pipeline, when Ohio was churning out people like Devin Green and LeBron James and Ike Jefferson and all these other dudes. Just amazing team. But the reason why I think that they should have something on it is because, like, I remember when they played in the tournament, and it was before they beat those robots over in Iowa State. Those robots in Tinsley, I should say. I'll separate Jamal from the rest of them. But before they had played them, And people were like, "Oh yeah, this is like a spread of like 15 points." I was like, they obviously aren't watching the game. Like they've never seen these dudes play. It had become obvious to me that none of the people who were supposed to watch the games ever watched this team play, because it was like anybody who saw them play, first of all, they wouldn't have been ranked 15. That's number one. To throw them in a bracket at 15 was just that was terrible. That was a really big mistake on NCAA's part. And secondly, it was like if anybody, I mean, like we had an All-American on our team like that year, and he wasn't. He was the best player on that team, but arguably he wasn't the best player. Like as the careers went out, expanded out over time on that team. So I mean, I forgot who was calling the game, but he said it best. He was like, "Yo, this is not a 15 seed." He was like, "Yo, this is not a 15 seed." So it was just that Hampton 2000, 2001 team, one of the greatest HBCU teams of all time. Maybe I think maybe this as far as getting somewhere in the tournament, maybe second or third, I think of all time. Behind that, they had
But who's above them?
they had a
Who we
Coppin
have?
State team, and like
Coppin.
yeah, they had that Coppin State team.
I, I
They
Um,
made
forget
Sweet
about
16,
them.
bro. They
I
made
want to
Sweet
say
16.
yeah, the Coppin State team went to the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
That Southern team with Ava Ray
Mm-hmm.
Johnson went to like I think that they almost went to this. Either they did or they almost went to the Sweet 16. And then there was Norfolk State who had that run when they beat Florida, and then they got close to something else. So yeah,
I
it's
don't
up there.
remember that one. I don't remember that one.
It's in the upper echelon of HBCU basketball teams of all time. So to me it's
If we didn't have that lapse right before halftime, I think we would have beat Georgetown the next
oh
game.
yeah,
Because remember, it was tied up, and then they just fell asleep for 2 minutes, and
it
it
was
was a
it
wrap.
was
But yeah,
it was tough
Games out of
because
hand after that.
yeah, it was tough because Georgetown was, in a lot of ways, they were big. Like Iowa State was big, but Georgetown was like big everywhere. So it's like it was
yeah.
a little different. But we
They're
had
the athletic
we had the
team.
talent to be able to stay with them, and that was the part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that Hampton 2000, 2001 team. If I could make a documentary about anything, any team, it'd be that one. So shout out to TA. He knows who he is. All right.
Nice. Bill, who you got?
So I know we mentioned Mike Vick earlier, but I think like I'm not sure if they made a documentary already, but I was thinking about like doing a documentary about Ronald Curry. And I'm not sure if everyone's familiar about Ronald Curry, but he was a quarterback same year as Mike Vick, which is crazy to do that comparison because when Ron Curry was in high school, he was like the national player of the year in football 2 years in a row, and he was like the a McDonald's All-American in basketball, and like he had all of these, he could go
Oh,
wherever
I
he
remember
wanted.
that cat. Yeah, I know
Yeah,
what you're
man.
talking about.
Yeah, man, he was ranked number one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, man.
we heard around the way, we heard probably more about Ronald Curry than we did about Michael Vick at first, right? If that's not correct.
It was Ron
Oh yeah,
Curry, man. They used to
Yeah.
show him on the news. Man, that Hampton team, bro, I think they won.
the Crabbers, yo.
Man, they won a lot of games, bro. They won at least back-to-back state championships. I want to say they won 4 in a row. Don't quote me on that, but they
They
won
might
at least
have.
back-to-back. They won at least back-to-back. But like a story about his life, man, and just how he ended up at UNC and all the rumors about why he went to UNC instead of going to UVA. Which I don't know the details on, but I only heard some things, but and just how he ended up at UNC and why he wasn't as successful at UNC as he was in high school.
Mhm.
Why he decided to play basketball and football when he probably should have just chose one. He probably should have just played football, honestly. Um, and
Didn't he still go to the league too
he
with
still
the
made it to
Raiders?
the league.
That's what was crazy.
He still made it to the league.
He was good.
He was a receiver in the league, man. Not
What's
sure if they had him as like an emergency quarter.
That's right. I
Emergency
forgot. No, he
QB.
didn't
That's
even
right.
play. He didn't even play quarterback at Carolina, right?
No, he played quarterback at Carolina, and then like his
Did
last
okay.
year, they moved him to receiver because he was trying to get in the league, and it worked, man. Um, but yeah, and then as of now, he's a quarterback coach for the Bills, man, coach Josh Allen. So like, just like an amazing, like a run of like, from the start to where he is now. I don't want to say the finish, but just start to where he is now, man. I think that would be amazing. Because again, when we talk about Mike Vick, folks didn't really talk about Mike Vick like that. It was like Ron Curry.
It's Ron
And then
Curry.
when we see Vic killing at Virginia Tech, they're like, oh, okay. So,
Yeah, I didn't
um,
hear about Vic until his last year. I think he was at Warwick High School,
he
and
was at
like
Ward, yeah.
I watched him, and I was like, I knew that he was fast, but Ron Curry was Ron Curry. So if you was
Ron
anywhere
Curry.
around the 757, like yo, It was all about Curry, yo.
They talked about Ron Curry. I remember I saw Michael Vick in the Coliseum Hall, and I was like, "Yo, that guy's pretty big, man. You sure he's the quarterback?" He's like, that guy looks pretty big. Y'all sure he's the quarterback? Like, yeah, it's like, all right. I was smaller at the time, but anyway.
Nice. That's a great pick. Great pick. Aj, we did you. We got Bill. We got to go to T. Let's go.
It's a little bit of a strange pick, guys, but I just think it would just be so entertaining.
Oh, geez.
I'm going with Aaron Rodgers.
Oh,
Okay?
come on, man.
You know why? Because I think it would be like the NFL equivalent of The Office. So like he's kind of this Michael Scott, all these awkward moments, and like, why did he say that? Why did he do that? And then these other moments where it's like, man, he really is really good at this, and you never know because he says all this crazy stuff. Like trying to figure out how he became who he is, and like, so the league is more interesting with him in it. I'm not like a fan or anything. Like I have this weird, like I can't stand him, but he kind of entertains me. Most quarterbacks, when you put a mic in front of them, they say what they're supposed to say. And this guy just says off the wall stuff. He's
It's almost like he's never had media training.
No.
I mean, he had plenty of time to be media trained. He was riding a pine for I don't know how many years, right?
Yep.
He had plenty of time for that. And I would love for somebody have a mic in his face for those years.
Yo, I can just see him looking at the camera, T, after he says something. You're like, look at this.
Exactly. Just like Michael Scott. I just think it would just be so entertaining. I mean, he's an off the wall kind of guy. Thinks differently, does like weird drugs and stuff. I mean, he's just. I think it would be quirky and strange, just like he is. I mean, you just never know what he's going to say. So I just think it would be just like The Office, where they follow this guy around. And you're like, what's wrong with him? That's
I might pay money to see that, man. I think I might pay to see that joint.
Right? Am I right?
He's a weird dude, man. I want to see that joint.
And what's crazy? He'll be like on these shows saying stuff with the straightest of face. You like, he's not joking? No, he's serious.
Exactly.
I can see him doing the thing where he looks at the camera like dead.
Yeah.
You're just like laughing. That's such a good pick.
Nah, that's an amazing pick, yo. I'll jump in here and I'll let G take us home, yo. So for me, I was stuck between a team and a player, but I got to go with the team. I'll break it up here because everybody else chose a player so far. The 2016 Cavs. And the reason why, not just because they're the first team to come back, I would love like an actual inside the locker room feeling, just moment to moment, game to game, to see how they went from feeling like totally defeated and how they just became galvanized, and at what moment they really felt that they could come back and win it. Because that was one of those series where I was bullshitting. I told people, yeah, they're going to come back. No, they're not. And then game after game, it was like, wait, are they going to do this? Are they going to do this? And then when it happened, it was just like a different feeling. It's not only the greatest series that I've ever seen in NBA history for a finals, but just in terms of sports history, for me, that might be one of the top 5 stories I've ever seen, where a team is like getting outclassed. It's clearly like it's a wrap, it's over. And then like what went off. So like, and I'm not even just talking LeBron. I want to hear from the role players, because you can't do it by yourself in basketball. Like I want to hear what everybody's kind of thoughts was, what changed for them in the series, and then at what point did that fire light go off where they just felt like, look, they can't fuck with us. And so to come back from 3-1, that's tough. In the finals, that's like the brightest of lights, yo. And like nobody cracked except the Warriors. Yo, G. Shake us home.
That game 7 was something else, man. Jeez.
Yeah.
That was something
else. Even to the end, yo, like it wasn't Kyrie's shot. I mean, I think we talked about this before. It was LeBron's block. It was J.R. Smith redirecting things. And then it was just like seeing Curry in real time realize, oh shit, Kevin Love became Dennis Rodman to him or something. Like he couldn't do nothing.
That closeout defense, man.
Yeah. Because I was sure, I was like, Curry's gonna hit this shit in his eye. He's gonna dot it. Nope.
Yo, he had his head on. He had his head on.
Everywhere.
Kevin Love.
He played textbook D. You're right. I forgot he did the whole thing.
Yep.
Man.
Whoa, yo, I was like, what? In your face, yo.
And then when it was really over, a lot of people forget that shit almost ended legendary. That shit might have been a new logo. Kyrie goes in and he draws in the defense. He tosses it back to LeBron. LeBron's about to yam that shit on Draymond. I still don't. It's a dunk that he makes routinely 10 out of 10 times. I still don't know how he missed it. It just probably was adrenaline. But if he had hit that arena would have just...
Everybody thought he was hurt, too. And then he just Wolverined himself back up and made the free throw. Yeah. It's like, this guy's ridiculous. It's like, yo, this guy's ridiculous. That's when everybody was like, all right, man, you got it, man. This is legit debate now at this point. This is crazy. This is crazy, man. LeBron is crazy.
Yeah. Because I've seen clips of him talking about that finals after a point, I think when they were in game 6 or whatever, but like, once you get past that, like what happened? I need to hear it. I need that story, like unfiltered, like no politically correctness. I need it in the raw. Like that shit had to be insane.
That's what she said.
You gotta go. Yeah. I mean, literally. My other person until G gets back, right? So we're gonna kill a little bit of time, a little improv, folks. Michael Irvin. So like growing up as a fan of the U, I've never seen anybody more fascinating than him. His energy, his stories, his life.
That's a great pick,
he's gone through.
That is a great
pick. It's a great pick, Antoine.
And if I produce, and he has such a dynamic personality, right? He'll go from like quite sincere in his storytelling about a party to like his family life, and then his passion about football. And like now he's like 100 years old, but he looks still in football shape. And you see him on the sideline. I'm like, yo, players, y'all got to take what he got, bottle that shit up. Yo, you got to do that. Like his energy's off the charts, and it's something you haven't seen before, you know.
No, hold on a second, yo, no,
it's already bottled up, man. It's already bottled up, man.
It is. It is those ski slopes. Listen,
it's on, brother. I'm going.
I just got to get it on tape, yo.
What happened? What I missed?
I wouldn't even have to ask him a question. Just tee it up, wide shot. Yo, he got it. He'll take it from there. Stories would be entertaining.
Oh my god!
But while I was giving a little delay here, I gave him my actual pick in terms of the athlete, which was Michael Irvin, and just why I would love to have a documentary on him as well. So yeah, but you back now. Let's go. Who you got?
I wanted to go 2 different ways with this, so let me just be all right. You know what? I'm gonna do my one player, and then I'm gonna do my other idea next. Dexter Manley. I would like to hear all about this guy's life because that shit is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how you make it to full adulthood, not knowing how to read and still dominate. He couldn't read a book, but he sure as hell could read a playbook. Dexter Manley was a beast. And I don't know if they let him in the Hall of Fame. He got in a lot of trouble. Yeah, I know he got locked up a couple of times. He got locked up with Ali Sadiq, as a matter of fact.
I know somebody on the team still looks after him in the org because he's better than him. But yeah. And that's been for a while, but yeah.
But Dexter Manley, man,
that's a good one.
One of the saddest stories in NFL history. Man, he was really, really great. He was right up there as far as defensive players. He was up there with Reggie White, Lawrence Taylor, and Bruce Smith. He was one of them. He was one of them. He was one of those guys, and
yes,
yeah. Unfortunately, he made bad decisions. Yeah, but anyway, the other one I would like to do.
I'm trying not to say that. Go ahead.
I'm trying to be nice here, man. I don't want to say that out of pocket.
Same.
I don't want to say that out of pocket. Normally I'm reckless, but I'm trying to be better. The other one, I would want to do a documentary on the 7 cities athletes. Like, why do they have so many amazing athletes there, and why did they all eventually get in trouble? Like every last one of them. I don't know how or why, but they are some of the greatest athletes, and they always find themselves in a pickle. But I mean, just think about just that little small area. they are to sports what Brooklyn is to hip hop. Like every corner, there's somebody who's amazing, who's an amazing athlete. Allen Iverson, Michael Vick, Marcus Vick, Bruce Smith. What's his name?
Right,
Sweet Pea. Who?
Sweet Pea, yeah.
Sweet Pea. Like there's, I mean,
Zoe.
There's so many of them right there in that little area in Virginia. It's remarkable. So I would.
What's the lineman do? Damian Woody? Isn't he from 757?
Is Damian Woody from down there?
Or is he? No, maybe he's Northern VA.
Texas. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
I know
he's a VA.
Or maybe I'm thinking of somebody else.
Jeez, I didn't know Damian Woody was from down there too.
Yeah. Won a championship in high school.
Plexico Burris is from down there.
Yep, Plexico. Like there's a whole bunch of
Percy Harvin.
Percy Harvin.
Oh,
yeah.
He knows our aunt. He knows our aunt.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. He knows our aunt.
Don't say it like that. Well, you know what I mean.
I'm just saying. Hey, man, come on, man.
Don't say it like that. That's just, you almost made that sound crazy.
Nah, man. Jeez. Yeah. You know?
Hilarious.
And before we move on, another athlete that I think would be amazing to do a story about, Shannon Sharp, the Sharp brothers. They have an incredible.
Yeah,
they have a great one. I don't know who would pay them play those two big country bastards because Michael Clark Duncan's dead. So I don't know who's gonna be able. I don't know who they're gonna get to play him. I don't know who's that big in Hollywood.
I thought you were improving.
Hey, yo, they could use the brothers that beat Jesse Smollett.
They gotta use those dudes. The Smollett.
They can use them brothers, man. That's them right there. One of them an actor.
Nigerians.
Big
man. One of them an actor already, man. So it's right there.
Actually, you know what? They could get Godfrey to do it.
I mean, Godfrey, he should.
Godfrey and a bunch of little guys. He could definitely. He's gonna do the voice. He's gonna imitate him perfectly.
You think that he could just do like Godfrey with a Michael B. Jordan on Sinners type of thing, where he just split him in half, split him in.
Yeah, you have to do it like get a different haircut.
He would have to need a different haircut. Wouldn't
he? Get himself a Tyler Perry wig and fix one of them. I don't know who he's gonna be steadily.
Yeah, because Sterling Sharp is not a small dude either. I think people forget because Shannon's so big. Sterling Sharp is not a small guy.
Sterling was
a beast.
Fantastic receiver.
Yeah.
Yep.
You ever see the interviews and Dion's talking about him? He wasn't no parts. He was scared of Sterling. Sterling used to bully him back. If Sterling was a problem, man, if it wasn't for that neck injury, boy, he might be in that top 5 conversation.
Yeah.
For me, he still is because it's like Jerry Rice, Randy Moss. It's a handful of guys that you would put maybe over him because of that. But without that injury, he's right there in it.
I would say 4 definitely you put over him.
Who you got as the 4? So I gave you 2. I know for a fact that are there.
Oh, just based off talent, there's Jerry Rice, number 1, Randy Moss, Terrell Owens, Megatron.
That's 5, friend. I got Chris Carter over him.
I was gonna say Chris Carter over
who? Chris Carter over who?
Mama was wrong. Never dropped the ball, dog. That dude never dropped the ball, dog. All he does is
Chris Carter has some great hands.
Chris Carter.
I don't know if he's better than Sterling, but I know he has some great hands. It's debatable.
It's debatable. Hey, look. To be fair, Sterling went out way too soon. Sterling, kept playing pound for pound. Sterling probably was.
I think Megatron was still would have it over him though, just because of just the size alone.
Yeah, I mean he's a beast,
a monster.
And if he wasn't in Detroit, he probably would have been better.
Yeah, everybody
because he didn't have not him the player, but like he would have had somebody more reliable.
So maybe I'm misremembering this. Like Herman, y'all remember Herman Moore?
Oh yeah,
I feel like he caught like 100. He was the first person I felt like I heard of catching 100 catches in a season. I might be wrong, but it was just awkward.
Yeah, Herman Moore. I don't know if he was the first person, but he was a bad boy.
He was good.
Yeah, I remember Herman Moore used to get like 104 catches. I was like 104 catches. That sounds like a made up number.
Like there's a lot of these guys that had these that had really big numbers in short spurts. That's why I never talk like Terry Holt. and
Terry Holt was awesome.
Isaac Bruce, and these guys are.
Terry
They were
Holt,
nasty,
they're
yo.
really good, but they didn't have the longevity like the other guys.
I think Terry Holt's in the Hall of Fame, right?
He
Yeah.
probably should be.
But him or Isaac, or both of them, both him and Isaac.
Yeah, I'm not talking about Hall of Fame.
Maybe,
I'm
yeah.
talking about like GOATs, like top 5, top 10
Yeah.
kind of dudes.
Larry Fitzgerald probably needs to be mentioned as well, but that's not.
He's a top
He
10
is.
for me.
He's mentioned at the lower end of it.
He's really good. He also.
I still got Michael Irvin over him.
Oh, Irvin is a top 5 receiver for me. Like, he had Troy Aikman as his quarterback, yo.
Y'all got him over Larry Fitzgerald?
As a wide receiver, yeah.
I do.
He's a dog. Irvin is a dog, yo. Irvin's a dog.
I think
I'm not even a Cowboy fan, but just, yeah.
I think he's a more impactful player.
Yeah.
Than Larry Fitzgerald?
Yeah.
Yeah. Irvin, when the money was on the line, son, he delivered.
I mean,
again,
if I was
hate
drafting,
the team, but I can't hate the player.
I'm just saying, if I was drafting, I think I'd take Larry Fitzgerald before Michael Irvin. That's not even a slight.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
Yeah. Larry Fitzgerald.
When did you see Fitz at Pittsburgh? Like, I watch a lot of college football, yo. He was a dog. Like,
he was on
it was like a man amongst boys.
Of the NCAA cover. He was on an
I forgot about that.
Yeah, he was on the NCAA cover.
Yeah,
That's how crazy Larry Fitzgerald was. So, yeah. I digress. I'm sorry. I'm derailing the show.
Nah, this is great. But nah, everybody had great picks, yo. We gotta make this happen. Anyways, and not you out there. Final topic of the day. All right. What isn't a sport that could be or should be, and you would give it its own league? I'm actually gonna start with you, G.
Yeah, the one I'm not prepared for.
Yeah. We can spin the block.
Yeah, we have to spin the block. Let me think about this for a second.
T, who you got? What you got?
All right. I've been thinking about this for a while. I'm going to call it the Iron Rush League. That's the name of it. So it is a combination of 6 people on a team. So it's 3 for the strongman competition and 3 for the parkour race. So I want the sport to be scored a combination of those 2 things. So you got strongman competition, pushing, pulling, all that kind of stuff, Magnuson type stuff, right? And parkour, these guys doing a Spider-Man thing, running and jumping through the city, and they'd be, kind of scored on time and techniques and stuff. I just think it would be really cool, right? You don't really get to see a lot of parkour, but the times that I've seen it, it's only been on YouTube, and it's incredible to watch.
Wait, parkour, that's the shit when they jump in building and all of that and flip.
Yeah,
Oh, that's sick. Yeah.
So, like having my thought was like a 6-man team, 3 of them for strongman and 3 of them for parkour. I just think it would be some pretty good entertainment. I'd sit and watch for sure. So
nice.
That's my league.
G. No, Bill. Sorry, I keep wanting to go to you for this. Bill, what you got?
So I looked at this kind of different.
Nice.
This ain't necessarily a sport or a physical activity, but I think lying should have its own league, yo. I think we're in a time now where people are such liars and just are so dishonest, from so many different things, from small things to big things. I think if you had a league of liars, the liar league, right? You could start with like white lies, right?
Yo, I'm in. Yo,
you can see like who could whip up the best white lie, and you have to see who's telling the truth. And I know it sounds kind of like some game shows that have been out there, but it'd be a little different, right? And then you just trying to determine who's telling the truth, and just kind of go from there. Who's the best liar, and then you can go from there from white lies all the way up to the whoppers, right? Like you're talking about crowd sizes and things of that nature. You know what I mean? If you could put that together and have a league of a liar league, and who's the greatest liar ever, I think that would be an accomplishment. And I think if we could, yo,
this is a legendary answer, yo.
If we could pick the people, if we could pick the folks that would be in it, because we all know some liars, man. Everyone knows some of the greatest liars ever. If we could put that together,
your own
just
personal
let them work.
liars.
Just let them work, man.
Would bullshitters always also be considered in the lying is there a different league? Because lying is serious. Bullshitters are over exaggerators.
See, but that's like an
It's the
embellishment,
same,
right?
but it's different.
That's like an embellishment. You know what I'm saying?
It's an embellishment.
You can be part of it, but like different weight
We're talking about straight up liars.
We different weight class. You got the white lies, the embellishment. You know what I mean? Then your whopper. That's like a separate weight class. You know what I mean?
Okay, all right. So well, now we got to figure a scoring system and how to determine.
I just want to see the post-game interview. I want to see the post-game interviews.
So the scoring, man. Who's got the best lies out of 5, man? The best 5 lies. You know what I mean?
That post-game is ridiculous.
How you gonna trust?
I did pretty good today.
We seen it. Look. People lie all the time. People lie in the post fights all the time. Oh man, I know I heard him in the 4th. No, you didn't. You were spinning around in the 4th.
If you're
I would love to see it.
Post game at a lying league, and you man. Post game.
Okay,
the post game.
Okay, wait a minute. That's the league then. The post game. You got to judge by the post game. So they can play the real sport. Then after that, it's the lying sport to see who gives the biggest lie at the end.
You got the multiple choice, right? And then you got the essay, which is like the post game. And see if you can put that together, man.
So the only truth is the judging. That's interesting.
That's it.
The only truth is the film. Like the film will go back and let you know what's what.
Now, I mean, somebody's got to win, right? So,
well,
I mean, listen, the audience is the winner, yo. The bigger
not
the lie, the more.
I think it's true, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The best liar is the one I repeat.
The first pick in the liar draft out of New York City, George Costanza. George Costanza, #1 pick, yo.
Oh yeah.
#1 pick.
He is going #1 in the draft.
He's going #1 in my draft.
I think #2 is going to be Ruxin from the league. Ruxin's going to be next.
Oh, nice one.
But he's more of a bullshitter than a liar. Nope, he's a liar. He's a liar. All right. You know what? I like the cut of your jib, Bill. All right.
I'm investing in that one, yo. That shit is hilarious. And I will watch that shit too.
That's talented Mr. Ripley wins it.
Oh, yeah. Pathological and just psychological all the way, yo.
Him and that broad that wouldn't let Leonardo DiCaprio on the door. There's no room up here.
Oh, man.
Yo, I'm gonna jump in and I'm gonna let Aj go. We're gonna let G take us home, man.
Oh my gosh.
The legendary League of Liars, yo. League of Liars, yo. That's one for the books. For me, there's so many things I think of that should be a sport, but I'm gonna keep it simple, right? Exotic food eating, right? So like the Joey Chestnuts of the world and all that sort of shit, but not hot dogs, not cheeseburgers, not lemonade. Nope. Talking about like fermented bull balls, or like, go get me some dinosaur. Yo, they would have to. You have to line up a league, right? They're individuals like the tennis players, and they get ranked like that, but they have to eat the most exotic, craziest shit, and they have to do and that street food, right? That street meat, right? And so
Indian street food.
The post
That's the final
eating
round.
interviews would be literally the most legendary shit ever, yo. Because whoever makes the playoff show it's got to get ratcheted up. I've thought this all the way through, yo. Exotic foods, and you look up all the crazy stuff that's out there. Listen, Fear Factor got nothing on some of the shit that people choose to eat, and I'm just like,
what about
put
meals
that
based on
in the league.
cruelty? Can they base them on that?
Like what?
Yeah,
Give me an
the
example.
thing that the animal depends on the most. Like I
That'd
want
be
to eat
interesting.
like cheetah's Achilles, like a bunch of those just lined up.
Listen.
deep fried.
Listen, that'd be interesting. That'd be interesting to see. That'd be interesting to see.
That is outrageous. It's outrageous.
I mean, you're not gonna get full. That's a lot of Achilles. You have to get like 17, 18 of them at least.
Chewing on that thing for 20 minutes.
and not T, each match they have 5 minutes to finish this dish, right? And I make it where none of this shit is easy, right? Clearly it's going to be some smelly shit. It's going to be some stuff that is undesirable, but you sign up for the league. You got to eat your way through it, yo. And whoever does it in the least amount of time moves up. It'll be great. It'll be great.
Wow, this is adjacent to
So,
both.
do they have to actually keep the food down, or can they swallow it and then end up throwing up later?
I mean, if they throw up, they throw up. Listen, that's part of the game. You know, that'd be
Food
like
has to be
instant
held down
replay
for at
cam.
least an hour.
Okay.
I would love to see it. Like there's
I
like
would too.
you're gonna eat raw puffer fish with like paprika. You can do all that shit, yo.
Sounds dangerous.
Crazy stuff.
A normal meal in Wisconsin.
Nah, yo, a normal breakfast in London, yo.
Yeah, that's a
Get one of
normal London
Oh,
breakfast.
God.
Oh, man, I'm not gonna let y'all eat like that.
No, Aj, look, audience, this is gonna be fucking disgusting, but I saw this person right before. They had a big bowl of fucking beans, right? So imagine like 5 people have to sit there. You got like 3 minutes to eat your way through that.
Oh no, man.
These British beans, man.
There's British beans. British beans with
The World War II
What is it?
brew beans, yo.
disgusting
That's
food that
it.
British eat. Like a lamb's liver and brickleback.
And
That is just so
sprinkle some a mouse's liver on the inside of that joint, yo. They gotta eat
What
it.
the hell they be eating?
It's so awkward that you eat beans for breakfast. It's just I was always found that so awkward.
I don't understand it.
It doesn't make any sense.
I
Bro, you
don't.
said brickle-brackle, man.
Yeah, bricklebackle and spotted dick. There's nothing better than bricklebackle and spotted dick. I love it. Fingers and mash.
And mash.
Well, funky ass British meals.
No, but the reason why I said
Is
exotic foods is
bricklebackle
so
an actual thing?
It could be.
Did I-
it is.
Oh,
It is.
It is? Oh, wait a
I have
minute.
no idea.
Yeah,
I just made that
brickle-brackle.
bullshit up.
Like a taco with that, the frog, the fatty stuff in the frog, those like
Yeah.
yellow.
Yo,
Yeah,
you
that,
eat that?
that is the meat, like a taco or something. Ugh.
A brickleback. Yeah, I have a.
Is that so? It's real?
A lamb, what, lamb livers and bricklebackles is a real meal?
That's crazy. I didn't know. I thought he was just making fun.
I
Yeah.
was making fun. I didn't know that was real.
Hold on. I gotta look this
that
up
up.
again. I'm 99% sure bricklebackle is a real meal, yo. It's coming up. Hold
That's
on.
ridiculous.
I'm crying over here.
I was messing
So,
around, yo. That better not
it's
be real.
a possible
dirty-
savory dish with ham, biscuits, beans,
What?
and it has
That's
a sweetened
real?
concoction to butter the.
That's a real thing?
Yo, you know who I started seeing eat some shit similar to that? What's the joint she was in? Thunderbolts. She played the side piece in the other joint. You know what I'm talking about? Pew, yeah. Because her dad's
Pew.
like a chef. Yeah, there's some wild shit in London they be eating. She did like on YouTube, like a tasting of like all these local British foods and some of that shit. I was like, oh, that's the brickle-brackle? What is that, yo? Why are you eating that? That doesn't look like.
I'll be honest with
And
you.
then,
What is this fictional
horse
horseshit?
in my life?
Bricklebackle is real?
That's crazy. I didn't know brickle-brackle was real, bro.
Nigga,
Candy.
I
No, it's
literally
candy.
just made that up.
Like it
fucking
should be a
around.
candy or something. Like
I thought that was a character off of Fraggle Rock.
yo.
I thought it was a character off of Fraggle Rock. You just threw it out there. Brickle-brackle. I don't remember brickle-brackle on Fraggle Rock.
Brickle-brackle. Give me some brickle-brackle.
I could've
They
sworn-
got some wild stuff out
I
there.
thought that
yo.
was like an old candy from the 20s or something at best.
It sounds right. Yeah.
It sounds like
right.
that.
Oh.
Yeah,
Give me
but
some
no.
bricklebackles in a snapper.
No, I watched them put some slop over some like finger made potatoes and shit, and yo, they was fucking that shit up, yo. And I was like, yo, what is that? What are we eating?
What is that?
This is the 2020s. Why would you be eating that today? Why is that a choice, yo? So like, no, but in sincerity, I watch a lot of food eating competitions like online. I just think it's funny to watch. And then in Coney Island, of course, every year when they have like the little nasty hot dog eating shit, and I'm just like, why would you subject your intestines to that, yo? Like, they're slopping down lemonade and chili, and I come to find out because I started following some of these guys. I was like, oh, there's a lot of food eating at competitions, but it's regular food, but just in unusual quantities. But I'm like, what if you paired that with a league with some unusual stuff? I think it'd be pretty entertaining. I'd love to see an interview with
How
that.
do
But
you train for that?
I would.
You gotta eat.
how do you train to eat all those glizzies, yo? I don't
That's what I'm saying.
understand.
Like, how do you train for
It's,
that?
I've never seen anybody.
First
Yo,
off-
let me go to.
Pause.
Listen.
Secondly, Jesus, man.
No, there was a dude at a baseball game, yo. So I was at a Yankees game about a couple months ago, and this joker had one of the big dogs, and I'm like, no, he's not gonna do that. He's not gonna do that. And I'm there with the family. He's like, he doesn't even try to take a bite. And I'm like, are you trying to go viral, son? What are you doing? Like, it's a family game, yo. Come on, take that shit in the back. Nobody's trying to see that. And yeah, he did exactly what I thought he was trying to do. I was like, yeah, come on. Nah, we're not watching that. Up the bat match, yo. Insane.
Yo, did y'all
Insane.
see the dude with the glizzy that put the straw through the glizzy and then put the glizzy in the beer and used
Yes.
the glizzy as the straw?
I saw that.
That's
I was
crazy.
like, there's like a special place in hell for people to do
They should
that.
have arrested him immediately when he
Yeah.
left the stadium, bro. They should have arrested him immediately.
Yeah.
Waterboarded him right
I
in
feel like that is like if you do that and your girl breaks up with you, it's deserved. Like she was like, I can't be with a nigga that does this. It's deserved.
You got a hot dog straw. You suck out here.
Outrageous.
There's only one
literal sucker out here.
Nah, you Aj, you know, I live in the city, right? There was a dude, clearly a tourist. The motherfucker got the hot dog on the street, right? He asked him to take some of the water from the hot dog thing that keeps the shit hot and put it over there. I lie to you not, yo. And of course, the vendor's not gonna disagree. Okay, here, take it. Yo, I was like, yeah, the dirty water that this. I'm like, come on, what are we doing? Real story. And I'm yeah.
That sounds like a brickle-brackle right now.
It was a brickle-brackle situation. Like, you see stuff and you're like, why would you do that? Like, where are you from?
There's nothing. Sounds like he's from India. He's just like, this food's too dry.
we need to get a little flavor.
Dry as bread.
Give me that radiator water down.
Where are you from?
What a nice call, man.
Nothing like the smell of that.
The radiator water.
Son ate that shit like it was 5-star dining. Yo, I was like, yeah,
yo,
I'm good.
That joint might have coolant in it for real, bro. He put that on his meal, man. That's crazy.
And the boy HLN, man.
Fire. Outrageous, bro.
Yo, Aj, what you got for us after the show?
Oh, after all that? So yeah.
After the brickle-brackle? Of course.
After the brickle-brackle bracket.
Glizzy straws.
Yeah, glizzy straws and brickle-brackle. This is how mine to go. This is soggy bread.
So mine's like, again, it's not like a sport. And this might be the blackest show that I've ever.
Oh, you're gonna be fucking disgusted, you. Sorry, Aj. I just pulled up some pictures of brickle-brackle. These Brits are going to town on some of the nastiest shit I've ever seen, yo. Nah, I'm gonna put it in the chat, yo.
No.
Whoa. Go ahead. My bad. I just saw it the same time.
This might be the blackest show that I've ever had, minus the Vince Young comment. But so
what?
Spades is the game. Spades is the league that I would want to see.
No, I feel like
I think that'd do numbers.
I feel like it's a little too violent for television.
No, Spades is the league that I would want to see. I would want to see a regular season. I would want to see playoffs.
Nice.
Yeah, that would be. We could make it regional.
Yo, are they mic'd up? Are they mic'd up to talk?
Oh
shit?
yeah. Oh, it has to be
mic'd up, man.
It has to be mic'd up. When they be slamming the joint down and talking crazy, you have to have that mic'd up. It would be insane, and then it would be like different playing venture places. Like you go to a family reunion, you'll have like one there, or like it's. I mean, like you can just pick whatever spots you want to. You know, you're going to a dorm one day, you're like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. It'd be crazy. It'd be great. Yeah, Spades League, man. I'm gonna keep it short. Spades League, man.
Yo,
I like that.
Yo, thinking of the different backdrops reminds me like Street Fighter 2, man, where you be fighting on a ship, you fighting in a party. Same thing. You had a cookout, man.
Is that the one where they hit it down? He's like,
on the USS Intrepid, that Spades, yo. Like, here we go. Yo, that's what's up. I'll pay for that. Give me a league pass to that, man. G, take us home. What you got?
Oh boy. Honestly, I got nothing. You remember that Olympics that they had on The Office? I'd like to see someone do that professionally.
Oh, that's
The
cool.
Office Olympics.
I like it. That's kind of cool.
I don't know if you've ever seen The Office, but that's all I got for you, fellas. Y'all took everything else.
Great.
Well, it's a family show, so I can't go in the way I want, but there's plenty of other things I'd like to see. But until then,
You know what? Lawn darts, too.
Lawn darts?
Yeah. It's getting medieval out here. See some injuries.
Seems wrong. Seems wrong.
You know what? For real. All right, how about this? No, they already have a professional league like that. I was going to say professional freeze tag, but they already got a
yeah, I seen that. I seen that.
That's like on the Ocho or something.
Yeah. Right after dodgeball and dominoes.
Yeah. Dominoes.
You know what I would pay for, though?
What?
I would pay for a professional shit-talking league, yo. Like one-on-one group joints, yo.
You trying to get Kevin Garnett in 2 Hall of Fames?
Listen,
yo, Kevin,
I'll see it. I'll watch it, yo. But they'd have to have like a Herb Dean or somebody in between, yo, because somebody's feelings going to get hurt bad.
You know
and
what?
That shit's going to go left.
That's what we need. Professional joning.
Yeah.
We don't need that.
That's what we need, a joning league.
They used to be similar back in the day in the 90s, yo. They used to have a joint like that. They'd gather around. I'm trying to remember. It was like, what was it? That's how I discovered
it on MTV. But you're going to get a little white dude who has no morals talking crazy. I just don't want it.
I feel like the joint's called Your
Nah,
Mama.
I remember Monique used to be in that joint back in the day. She was skinny Monique back then. She was doing the kind of used to do like
wait a minute,
crazy
wait
jokes.
a minute. I'm gonna have to just go ahead and say I don't remember those days at all. what days was this?
That was before the Brooklyn
See y'all later.
Days was
See y'all later.
That's funny.
Because from what I can recall, this is the smartest Monique has ever been.
Yo, but the show used to be insane, yo. Like the trash talk was like, I mean, but for that time it was not unusual, right?
Whoa.
But like now, I don't know. But I'd pay to have that again. I would pay to have that again. 100%.
You know, that's what a professional Jones. That's what I want.
Yeah.
I've got to go back and find these clips of Little Monique because I've never seen Monique Little.
Whoa.
She came in the game big, letting people have it.
She was big boned and strong.
She's getting smaller now. What?
What does that mean?
What?
What do you mean?
Jesus. Jesus.
Yeah. Listen. That's our show for this evening, yo. We're going to keep this going, yo. Stay tuned for part 2. We just got to end it like that, yo. Shout out to Big Bill, GT, and I'm Smallwood Worldwide. We'll see you again. So do you think you're going to do edition of the Random No Brickle Brackle? Peace.